Hello guys, how you doing? It's your homeboy Guy. Maganda hapon. For those who are not in the Philippines or who doesn't want to learn Tagalog, that's like good afternoon in Tagalog. In opposition to Maganda Umaga, which is good morning. So this video, it's a second video of the year. It's like I promised to have this video to give you a little bit recap of my 2024. A lot of big things happened during 2024, and I also want to give you some projects that I'm having for 2025, especially with you guys, because yes, 2024 for me has been like a sort of revelation. I saw a lot of things that I wasn't really into it, but I'm thinking for 2025 I might be really focusing on that one. So again, I hope everybody's having a great time, everybody's having a great start of the year. Personally, I'm having a tremendous start of the year. Just like 2 days ago, I went to a zoo. Actually, I already went there before, Avilon Zoo. It's in Manila in the province of Rizal. Wow. I'm going to have a whole video with you guys where I'm going to share, not with you guys, but I'm going to share a video to you guys about some detail about the places and how to go there and maybe whatever animals you can see there. But definitely it's one of the nicest zoo here that I've been since I'm here in the Philippines. I haven't been to a lot, but it's one of the nicest, and I'm going to share images with you. So this video is a sort of recap of 2024 and then looking forward for 2025. So without further ado, I'm going to start with some big event that's happened to me during 2025. During 2024, some big things that happened to me during 2024. And one of the biggest things that I found myself doing for 2024, it's what I'm doing right now. Video on YouTube. Honestly, when I started this one, it was really something, more on for those who are a bit close to me. I'm fan of culture. I like to discover things that are different from what I'm doing every day. It's happened that my wife is Japanese, different culture from mine. I'm living in the Philippines, different culture from my original culture. So I just decided one day to shoot a video with my wife and let her, I already know some insight about her, but I wanted her to say it publicly, and I will share it to the large audience and then hear the the feedback from other people. And guess what? That video reached 28,000 viewers. I never expected at first when I was doing it. I think that was like my second video. My first video I was just talking about my experience here as a Filipino, as a varsity in the Philippines, like basketball player. I used to be a basketball player. And I had that video, that second video with my wife, that easily reached 28,000 viewers, I think in less than 2 weeks. And you can imagine, for someone who's not doing video, who didn't really expect all that, suddenly see this big number of people watching and commenting and having a lot of interest about it. And I said, okay, maybe what I'm doing, some other people have the same interest as me. Because when I started doing that, it was really not in terms of what people want to see, I'm going to showcase it to you, but it was more like what I like to do. I want to do it and share with people. And yeah, that's the one that keep me doing the video. And the biggest news for 2025 is that I think in January 4 or January 3, my page get monetized. Yeah, that's a big announcement, that's a big news, that's a good news, unexpected news. My YouTube channel started to be monetized. Doesn't give a big amount, I'm telling you already, and it's not a big thing. I even didn't thought about it when I was starting this YouTube channel. It's just a plus. And to be honest, I don't even think that I will probably reach the level where I start make the income here a living. For some people, they are making a living out of it, but I don't think I'm going to reach that level. Maybe why not, with your help, guys. But yeah, officially my page started to become monetized because I have reached the 4,000 hours of watching and for 1,000 subscribers because of you. So thank you for that one. And the learning from that, I've shared it in one of the previous videos, is that I just started this one in 6 months, and 6 months later, 6 months ago, like 6 to 7 months ago, and 6 months later, I have reached more than 1,000 subscribers. I have reached more than 4,000 watch hour, and now they offer me to to monetize my YouTube channel, which I didn't say no anyway. Why not? But the learning here is that I'm seeing a lot of YouTubers that are like stressing a lot about, oh, I need to reach this amount of viewer, I need this amount of subscriber. you know, really battling for a view, and then sometimes they are discouraged pretty fast, or maybe complaining that their channel is not, you know, reaching the target, the audience that they want to reach, or not reaching the level that they want to reach. My message or my advice here is that I think it's just because you're doing something that you are not enjoying doing, or maybe you're sharing a content that you yourself are not enjoying sharing necessarily, right? Why I'm saying that, if you get back at what I said at first, when I start sharing this video, the intention was just, oh, I like people to, you know, hear from different culture, from different point of view, from different background, right? And that was my sole motivation. And I was happy to see what people think about maybe what my wife's saying about Japan, what I'm saying about the Philippines, what I'm saying about my home country, what they're thinking about it, and what is their experience. So all this was already a reward for me, and that's actually what I was looking for. So I can tell you, with 10 or 100,000 people watching me, I will still keep doing that, because it's something that I was enjoying doing. For the little story, when I came here in the Philippines, I was trying to look at some people who was talking a lot about Philippines, sharing experience about Philippines, for me to, you know, get aware of what's happening in the Philippines and have a better experience when I arrive in the Philippines. And it wasn't the case. I didn't find that much video that was like 12 to 14 years ago. I didn't find that much video on YouTube talking about the Philippines. And it's also something that I felt like, okay, I'm going to maybe, no, right now there's a lot of YouTubers already actually who's talking about the Philippines, very a lot. But I just feel like, okay, this is something that I was looking forward when I was coming in the Philippines. So why do you not do that? Why not just share my experience, things that are happening around me with people and the Philippines, and whoever is interested by that will just learn something. Because honestly, I'm working 40 hours weekly, so this is definitely not my primary income. And I think for the meantime, it's very far to be my primary income, with what I see, like, you know, like cents that I see as earning per, you know, video or viewer and stuff like that. It's something that I don't even want to think about it. But that's my message for you guys, YouTuber. Please find something that you're enjoying doing. Not that you're not enjoying doing YouTube, but find the content that you're enjoying. All those people will tell you, no, this is the thumbnail that you need to do, this is the, I don't know, the color, the image that you need to put on your video. Of course, there is some decent equipment that you need to buy, right? Every watcher wants to see an image that is clear, right? A volume that is audible, that's the basic. But after that, it's more on, do you enjoy what you're doing? Do you enjoy what you're sharing? Personally, I'm very fan of philosophy. I love philosophy. So I'm very open-minded to always hear what people are thinking, why are they thinking like that, what pushed them to think like this. This is just a curiosity, and expressing that through my video also helped me to understand or satisfy that things that I love to do, hearing from people. So yeah, this is my message for, I hope it's going to be helpful for whoever YouTuber watching this one and maybe planning to develop his channel or, you know, grow his channel. Just keep focusing on something that you're enjoying. By enjoying that, it's already a reward. The rest will come by himself. The second thing for 2024 that was pretty great is, yeah, I brought one relative here in the Philippines. I had one of my relatives that I was thinking to take from Africa to the Philippines here. By the way, she's speaking French and English, and luckily she was able to find a job here in the Philippines. Despite that, there's a lot of French speakers who are here looking for opportunity. But there is still a lot of companies that are coming to the Philippines here, and then, you know, offering a job and possibility of, you know, insertion for most of bilingual people. This is not only French people. I mean, even if you're speaking, I don't know, German, Italian and stuff like that, it can be a good thing. It was a little bit stressful when she arrived in the Philippines, because at the airport, it wasn't that much easy. A lot of rule has changed. There was a lot of things that was, you know, different from 12 years ago when I arrived in the Philippines. So I get familiar with some new rule. And by the way, if there is anyone who's planning to go here in the Philippines, you need some information, some advice, I think I already shared a lot in my video, but you can also contact me through my number that is just below, and then as much as possible I will share whatever I know or the experience that I got from her coming in the Philippines. I'm gonna share it with you. And yeah, good news also, she was able to find a job like literally after probably 6 months. So it's like 6 months is my lucky number. But yeah, that's one thing that's happened. Personally also, there were that long discussion between me and my wife about my kid, you know. I don't know if I'm going to say unlucky or lucky, but we are all foreigners in this country, whether it's my wife, my child. We are not from this country. Even though we are living here for very long, I start to feel like this is my second country, honestly. I have spent like 12 years here in the Philippines, so that's almost, you know, half of my life. When I was very conscious of what I was doing, that's almost half of my life that I've spent here in the Philippines. When it's come to be conscious, right, of, I'm not talking about the childhood where you're doing stuff that you don't even remember, but at the moment that I start really remembering what I'm doing, know exactly what I'm doing, I spent already 12 years in the Philippines, which is very big, so this is like my second country. So yeah, we were trying to figure out with my wife where we should finally make the kids study, either it's in the Philippines or maybe going back in Japan. Yeah, we got one, I mean at least one out of the three. We got already we find a school for him where he was able to pretty much adapt himself. There's also a bunch of foreigners there. And you know, this is something that is not just specific to the Philippines, but usually in some country, especially when you don't see that much kids of, you know, with different color, at an early age, it can be a subject of bully, right? Because I have heard that from a lot of my friends too, kids that got bullied and stuff like that. So this was very like a bit difficult for us to find the right school and then making sure that, you know, he's free from bullying and those kind of stuff. But we never know, it can happen anywhere, anytime. But luckily so far where we enrolled him, everything is fine, everything is perfectly smooth. We didn't hear anything such as bully, maybe due to the color or origin and stuff like that. So yeah, that's also another good news for 2024. Maybe we are still on the conversation with my wife, maybe we're going to move finally to Japan, because it's going to probably happen sooner or later. Maybe the name of the vlog will change. It's going to be Melon EC Japan. We don't know, but now for the meantime, we are good in the Philippines. We find a good school for the kids, so he's happy there. We are happy about it. It's very far near from the house, so that one also, it's something that I can say it's a positive point in 2024. Now coming back to my YouTube channel, I got some guests that was also part of this adventure that I've started. Even though the first intention was not really to have a lot of people that I'm going to interview and ask and, you know, stuff like that, but it was just more about sharing me personally, my vision of things, my thought. But yeah, I started inviting people when I see how the first video with my wife went well. I decided, okay, why not do more stuff like this, especially that it's look like it's interesting and it's also something that I'm interested to. So I started to have some people. But for 2025, honestly, most of people that I got for 2024, I was the one sending invite, you know, and then proposing them to participate to the channel, because I was seeing some specificity on them. I was seeing some different you know, background, and that's also what I was looking for. I didn't want this to have same people with, maybe not same people, but same story coming over and over again. But for 2025, the channel is open. If you feel like you have something to share with the community, you have something that we can learn from you, whatever from the part of the globe you are, if you're in the Philippines, you want to share your experience, why not? You can just hit me through the contact that are showing below this video. Let's discuss. Even an expertise, you know, I have future a lot of people here who are good in doing something, or, you know, I think I have one French guy who was good in Qigong. It's like a martial art and something like that. I might forget, but you guys can look on some of my video. It was a nice, and actually I learned that discipline. I never knew that before. I think it's a Qigong or Shikong. I don't want to say something wrong, but I'm going to find the name of that and I'm going to write it just below this video while as I'm talking about it right now. I'm going to put the title below. So yeah, I had that guy who just taught me something that I never heard before, right? I had a Venezuelan lady who just talked to me about the Venezuela and Caracas, you know, and all those things that people are always portray about Venezuela and Venezuelan people. It also changed a little bit my mindset and the way of seeing things. Of course, I got a lot of Japanese. My wife being Japanese, I got a lot of her friends, and definitely I learned a lot of stuff about Japan through some people that I got here. So that's going to be the same thing that I want to do for 2025. Keep inviting people from different parts of the world. Maybe the two more last point that I'm having here is just to now I just decided to take this video that I'm doing a little bit more serious, right? It's not that I wasn't taking it seriously, but seeing how it's growing, how the channel is keep on growing, I feel like I need to put more serious to serve, you know, to share things in the more serious way. Not that I'm not serious right now, but I'm going to try, I will try to be more serious than what I am right now, right? So it doesn't mean that I wasn't serious at first, but I'm just going to be, you know, a little bit more into it, put more discipline, put more regularity on showing some video. I'm working 40-hour weekly, so unfortunately this is not my main activity. Aside of that, I even have some French class that I'm doing, so you can bear with me also if you see sometime, you know, some inconsistency, but as much as possible I'll try to be consistent for 2025. I will try to show the Philippines really, excuse me for the term, I will try to show you the raw parts of the Philippines, you know, like street camera. Like I'm really trying to go now to, you know, those simple places that are not always showing to you. I know I have a lot of people from the US watching my videos sometime, and I want to make you feel like you're in the Philippines. Even if you're in the US or Canada, I want to make you feel like you're in the Philippines, right? By sharing to you you know, those images that you don't have the chance to see. Maybe it's going to be an old place where you used to live. Maybe it's going to be an old area where you used to eat before. Maybe it's going to be a place where you used to study before. Because from living out of my country for 13 years right now, I can tell you, whenever I see an image from my country, video, more importantly, some area where I used to live or, you know, pass by, I feel so, you know, nostalgic. Not in the negative way, but I just, you know, start feeling like, okay, this is really my hometown. This is the country that I love. So that's what I want to bring you also on this channel for you guys who are not in the Philippines, people working overseas. Subscribe to this channel. You're gonna have a lot of video in that sense, where I'm really going to bring you the Philippines close to you. So of course that means for me more travel, more movement around the Philippines, because honestly I was just focused more on Metro Manila, and whenever I had a chance to maybe have a vacation with my kid, I just decided to shoot the video. But now I feel like I'm really going to try to give you what you gave me. I've been monetized now, I don't know, you know, just in 6 months, so I feel like I need to also give you back what you guys gave to me. So I'm going to put a little bit more effort on this one. The second thing also, it's a website. I'm thinking to, but this is the website is not for this channel. Actually I should have talked about it in another YouTube that I'm planning to open. But as you know, I'm giving a French class already for several years right now, and it's as a part-time. But I just feel like a necessity of probably open a website where I'm going to share some book that I'm planning right now, or not the planning, but I'm actually putting in place some method of easily learning French, and I'm planning to share that with the whole audience. But since I don't want to have a text of people, you know, asking me one by one, I just want to open a website where I'm going to put all the information about this stuff related to French. And in case you want to have you know, support tutoring in French, you can just go to that website. Every information are there. That's one thing that I'm going to do. Also for my French student, I'm trying to find a way to connect you more with some other French people in the Philippines. When I say French people, it's not necessarily like people from France or foreigner. Even for between Filipino here who are able to speak French, who are learning how to speak French, I want to create that community where you can have some people that you can practice your French daily. And I know that has been the common issue with 90% of my students. They have that willingness to learn, they want to study, but when you're asking them, how do you practice daily, they will tell me, I have nobody to talk to. So this is also something that I'm trying to find a way to connect you guys. Maybe it's going to be through a WhatsApp, maybe through a messenger group, or why not maybe even some dinner, right? Like, I don't know, we are going to try to find, I'm still brainstorming. If you have any idea toward it, please let me know. And yeah, let's make it happen. Actually, most of my students are not in this channel, but who knows, sometimes it's English people like you want to learn French. So if you're interested to that or you have any idea, please let me know. But of course, the goal of this channel is still going to be talking about culture, you know, people, country. I'm in the Philippines, so mainly it's going to be about the Philippines. But you may have some video from Africa, live from Africa, because if everything goes right, there might be a trip from Africa to Africa soon. Anyway, it has been a while. I didn't step there. There might be a trip to Africa, so I also may want to give you that live experience. In Japan too, there is a upcoming trip. You may also have some experience live from Japan. So yeah, basically it's going to be the same. Let's talk about the war, let's talk about the Philippines, let's talk about people's background, experience, let's learn from each other. And of course, I'm also here to hear from your suggestion, you know, anything, advice that you want to keep the channel grow. I see that you're liking, I see that you're subscribing. Keep doing that. Let's keep growing. And yeah, thank you again. I get monetized. Now let's see if it can push me to quit my job, which I don't think so, but thank you again. So for this new year, I think my advice at every video will be probably focus on whatever you think you can control, and whatever you can control, just leave it. So the main challenge with you this year will be to figure out what you can control. So whatever you have figured out, whenever you have figured what you can control, that's where you need to spend your time. If it's raining and you know you cannot stop the rain, cry is not necessary, because the rain will not stop because you're crying. But what you can do is that you look for an umbrella to make sure that you're not getting wet. So while it's raining, your main objective will be, where is the umbrella? Because that's what I can find, and that's what can prevent myself to get wet. So I want you to reflect on it. It's a Stoicism philosophy. It's a Stoicism philosophy, which I believe too, which has been my leitmotif for a couple years now. Think of it. Keep safe, keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. Be Bala.